This 43-foot Schionning Catamaran just popped up on my Facebook, and it's pretty intriguing. It's over in Malaysia. He's asking 159,000 euros for the thing, which compared to what I'm seeing in the Caribbean, that seems like a pretty good price. It's got like a rotating carbon wing mast. The pictures look good. These things are pretty racy too. They got dagger boards, and the only thing is a lot of times they're kit built or home built designs. I think the designer's from Australia, but this one looks pretty good. I like the interior. Nice and simple boat. It looks like it should sail well. Nice high bridge deck. I think it's going to be worth flying over there to take a look at this guy. This might be the one for us. Good sail setup. Nice hardware and equipment. And the pictures of the engines look really good. That is super clean. Suspiciously clean, almost. Nice 15 horsepower dinghy. It's got lithium batteries. And shaft drives, which I also like. So after a quick call with the owner, 2 days later, I've got a 40-hour flight travel from Luperon to Malaysia. Okay, so I'm now just realizing my flight from Luperon, Dominican Republic to Malaysia, with 3 layovers, is basically an antinodal point on the other side of the planet. Like, I don't think I go any further. It's a 12-hour time difference. We're going to go over the North Pole. And, yeah. Hello, Southeast Asia. Just landed in Hong Kong. 2 out of 4 flights done. Getting close. That wasn't horrible for a 15-hour flight. I brought my own pillow and I even slept some. Alright, just arrived at the marina. Lots of boats here. Let's hope it's the one. There is the boat. Looks pretty cool. So coming on board, I got a lot of storage back here. There's like the shower, cockpit shower. Nice 15 horsepower dinghy. Coming up here to helm position. Looks like a pretty good helm position with a little cover over it. And I got plenty of solar and a radar there. It's got Dyneema rigging. Looks a little worn. Maybe we'll need to replace that one. Looks like the windows are obviously leaking. That's why they got them covered up. So that'll be a big project to figure out how to reseal them. There's a few little soft spots in the deck we found. So I'll tap the entire deck just to figure out the extent of the core damage. The mast there, got that carbon rotating wing mast. It's home built by the original owner, so it looks pretty good. It's like a big Hobie cat that rotates back and forth basically. Kind of combination between the flexible and the hard panels. This boom is pretty cool though, how they've got the sail pack kind of integrated into the shape of the boom, but the sail pack part, the canvas needs to be replaced. Got a little windlass up here, a baby stay, interesting trampoline nets, just kind of polyester rope woven back and forth. There's the hatches here, flush hatches with the gutters and everything. A bunch of extra rope and a folding bike up here. Nice room in there. Lots of custom little latches and things. There's your sail inventory. There's a worn out screecher and a spinnaker, parasailer spinnaker, as well as a storm jib in there. These carbon dagger boards are pretty awesome. It's also got carbon rudders and Kevlar on the bottom, reinforcing the bottom of the boat. But then back to the cockpit. I think it's a pretty good sized cockpit. It's nice railing, keep you in. Huge locker there. And there's gas locker underneath there. This winch, it's not electric, but I think I could put electric motor on it. This is the helm station, kind of opens up there. There's a nice desk, good for editing video. And then big galley, kitchen. I like the sink, big sink. Most boats this size have much smaller sinks. You got a gas stove and oven, and they got a little induction cooker there. Kind of down the halls, there's the aft cabin. It's a little smaller, and then there's a bigger one up front. And then, of course, some storage. Lots of good storage here. It's all open. Then over the other side, it's a mirror image, but they've turned this kind of aft cabin into a engine kind of, or maintenance kind of storage room. And then these engines are pretty sweet. So that's the engine, and lots of spare parts and hoses and things. There's a water maker, autopilot, some electronic stuff. There's all the tools. And this is the head. There's a vacuum toilet, which is I just learned about this. This is kind of a cool setup. It almost looks custom made. Lots of storage on each side. There's the back of electronics, electrical stuff. Then there's these lockers here. That's all the solvents and things. There's the through holes in the daggerboard case. And the master bedrooms. This is the mirror image on the other side, so just queen size berth. Pretty good, and a huge closet up forward. Annalene should like that. So being a balsa cord kit boat, crucial thing is making sure the core integrity, and there are definitely several areas that will need to be addressed eventually. Some soft spots and delamination, trying to identify what caused them and the extent of it. There's not huge, it's just a few isolated areas, and they're fortunately not in two crucial places. I spent a few hours while the owner wasn't around, just going over every single square inch of the deck, especially around the mast and daggerboards. Another thing, this boat has a crazy amount of spare parts. Blowers, extra water pump. Almost every single part of this boat, he has one or two spares. All the toilet pumps, those pumps, extra sea strainer. But it'll be good to have some of this stuff, for sure. Two dinghy props, belts. Why do you need this many engine belts? Upward carb belts. So I've done a pretty thorough survey of everything. Now it's just to go up the mast. It's a tall one. Alright, so some parts are looking like they're gonna need some replacement very, very soon here. Yeah, I think we need to be totally re-rigged. We've also got some weird chafing where the headsail halyards come out of the mast and those pins look horrible. And the forestay also chafing there. It does not look good. I think I need to get a professional rigger to look at this. And a weird TV antenna. Some bizarre stuff on this boat. It's interesting though. The sheaves there, yeah, a little bit of wear. Just, I don't know, it looks like maybe not too bad. So I'm liking the boat. Now we're going to take it on a sea trial. We have the Genoa out. Needs to have a new sun cover put on. But the sail itself is a very good material. Should last a long time. Light winds today, but we're moving pretty well. Almost wind speed with just the Genoa. The previous owners hadn't set up the mainsail, so we don't get to try that sail today, unfortunately. But I think I've seen what I need to see. And I made them show me the anchoring setup too.
That you have to do it here. gear and not on the bow.
All right, so I decided to buy this boat. Let's do this, guys. Maybe drain the bank account on this one, but I think it's gonna be worth it. This is gonna be a major upgrade over pickled herring. I think it's really what we're gonna need. That pickled herring is just way too small a boat to keep doing for what the things I'm taking it on at this point. It was a great boat for, you know, crossing an ocean, sailing for a few months at a time, but it just really wasn't designed for that. And now I want to sail with Aniline, so this was the right boat, I think. Maybe I'll go into more why I chose a catamaran in another video, but just compared to the other catamarans, for sure, this was the one to go for. So, I mean, the price was a big thing. We sell it on 147,000 euros, and compared to the stuff I was looking at in the Caribbean, like they were mostly well above 200. And I also just really like the design of this thing. I think it's awesome. It's super, you know, performance oriented while still having all the, you know, comfortable amenities, which I wanted if I was going to do this, you know, long term with Aniline. Another thing was the engines. I really like the Yanmars. They're really very clean. Shaft drives, I think, is a better system than sail drives. Just I think it's a simpler system and less, you know, maintenance and everything. The area is cool, you know. I think that's a contributing factor for why the price was a little cheaper, because, you know, it's going to cost me more to get here, but I think I'll have a great time sailing around Southeast Asia for the next year or two. And you know, if I need to get work done, it's pretty cheap labor, so that's another plus. Like the marina we were in was like $30 or $40 a night, which is amazing for this size boat. The boat came with some pretty good equipment, you know, good autopilot, decent sail, inventory, a lot better equipped than the charter boats I was seeing. You know, it has a Prada, the Screecher, the Spinnaker, I like that kind of stuff. I want to sail this boat fast. It's basically a big Hobie Cat, which I love. I mean, it's like an extension of the Hobie Cat adventures, but, you know, more livable, so we can take a thing further and faster. Like, see, these boats supposedly can do 20 knots, which, I mean, I think we'll at least do 15, but that'd be cool if we could get brave enough to do that. But I want to change the rigging first. And so there's gonna be a lot of projects. So if you like the boat projects, maybe now's a good time to join the Patreon. I could probably use the money to fix this thing up. Yeah, I think maybe we'll do some merchandise and maybe some charters once we get it fixed up a little better. I hope you're as stoked as I am. I'm gonna go back and sail pickled herring to Florida now and sell it. So there'll be some more videos sailing pickled herring, maybe 3 more videos sailing pickled herring in the Caribbean before I come back here and start working on this. So I'll see you guys then. Bye.